Eminence in the Shadow is back again for a second season, and boy is it hype. I mean, it's got everything you could want out of an isekai. Vampires, lesbian vampires. I mean, what more could you want? I started watching season 1 on a whim when a friend of mine recommended it to me, and then I saw that it was also trending, so I was like, what the heck, I'll give it a try, and god damn am I glad I did. This is easily one of the most fun, not just isekais, but overall animes of the last couple of seasons. So now in 2023, with the second season dropping, I have to say, I've been loving it so far. It's just as funny, if not more funny than season 1. Sid is right back to his normal shenanigans, as well as these two still being horny fucks, and their virginity still perfectly intact. Yeah, season 2 might even be hornier than season 1, like Jesus, we have not been starved of any boob or ass shots this season. Now I remember why I love isekai. But season 2 starts in a full blood moon, which is conveniently also the name of the arc. The moon is red, the frenzy is starting, we're running out of time. But yeah, this season starts off super strong. We're thrown right into a new storyline taking place in a lawless city, which, you guessed it, is a city without laws, plagued with vampires, warlocks, and merchants with steep prices. But here Sid and Claire meet Mary, a vampire hunter that becomes friends with them. Well, at least with Sid, a little more than friends with Claire. Claire gets into a bunch of shit like trying to fight Elizabeth and almost fucking dying. Thank God Shadow decided to stop being a background character and to come save her. There's a scene where Claire wakes up in a strange laboratory with an even stranger Dr. Aurora. Claire seems to have forgotten everything and was unconscious, and Miss Aurora over here was treating her, well, at least when she wasn't looking at some naughty things on her computer. There's a long monologue of sorts that seemingly keeps referring to Shadow, and it ends with alluding to the fact that Claire is a kunai, or maybe a vampire, or a fucking sorcerer. I don't know, it was kind of vague. But either way, it was really interesting to see. Claire is almost certainly going to be receiving a buff this season, which is really cool. She was one of my favorites in season 1. But the Blood Moon arc was a really great opener for season 2, in my opinion. Super awesome fight scenes, and just completely immerses you into a new storyline, disregarding the first season, almost feeling like a completely new show, at least at the very beginning. But not really, because it still keeps the unapologetically cliche power fantasy edginess that made the first season so much fun, and makes the Eminence of the Shadow really stand out from others in the genre. And of course, Shadow's lines are as cringily badass as usual, which my lovely friend and fellow content creator Nasha Purple Door will ever so graciously share with us. Take it away, my good sir.
This man Shadow has got to be the funniest anime character I have ever seen. And I've seen a bunch of anime, 100+ guaranteed over the course of my time as an anime fan. But holy shit, this guy, if you guys have seen One Punch Man, he reminds me of King with Saitama's powers. Bro hit that Control-C, Control-V on a quote he heard from someone who saved him, and he just fucking started spamming it whenever he fucking could. He went to the tower that supposedly had the fucking vampire queen on some, oh yeah, I'm tired of being the hero that shows up fashionably late, and he just nukes their entire fucking operation. This man just pulls up, hits them with the I am atomic, and boom. Everyone there is fucking dead, man. I even feel bad, even though they're the bad guys, I feel fucking bad for them. And on top of that, bro goes to their treasury and takes all of their fucking gold. He steals their cash, ruins their operation, and fucks up their queen. Oh my god, this guy is on some next level bullshit.
But yeah, Sid's bullshit doesn't just end here. He then goes into his whole other persona he's made for himself with the aptly creative name John Smith. Like, imagine creating a whole new badass alter ego for yourself just to call yourself John Smith. Like, regardless, him along with Yukami and a leader of the lawless city plan to once and for all infiltrate and take down the Shadow Garden. as well as getting completely filthy rich in the process, counterfeiting their paper currency with monopoly money to pretty much become a millionaire out of thin air. I actually really like this alter ego of Shadows. It's a pretty cool concept, and I'm really curious to see where it gets taken by the end of the season and where it gets taken in future seasons. Like, I know we've all had that thought, like, damn, I could really just start making my own money and I could get uber rich without actually having to work. But my boy Shadow, or I meant John Smith, is actually doing it for real. I'm really curious to see how this one turns out for him. John Smith has had some pretty badass moments so far, and I know there's only going to be more coming from him, which I can't wait for. Oh yeah, and Delta also just straight up volunteers herself to have Shadow's kids, to which he just calmly declines. This is how you know this isn't your typical isekai. Like, what other isekai wouldn't just give you the full fan service for that? What the fuck kind of shit is this? I mean, to be fair, there is already a ton of fan service in the Eminence in the Shadow, but like, still, damn. We get to see a glimpse of Gamma showing off her insane combat abilities. In her fight scene on episode 5, she wasn't even trying for half the fight, and then when she actually starts to try, this dude just gets obliterated instantly. But then, funnily enough, for her finishing move, she actually on accident trips on an uneven tile and unintentionally lunges her sword at the attacker, killing him instantly. That's just such an embarrassing way to go out. You get annihilated the whole fight, and then the finishing blow isn't even on purpose. Jesus. Gamma fans have been eating good this season for sure, and I'm certain this is only the beginning for what Gamma's going to bring by the end of the season. The Eminence in the Shadow is easily the top anime this season, at least for me. I've been having so much fun with it, and I can't wait to see where it gets taken. Even if it doesn't end up being as good as Season 1 was, which is pretty hard to top to be honest, I'm still super excited to see what's in store for us this season. But yeah, that about wraps up the video, guys. Make sure to go check out Purple Door's channel. Thank you again, Nash, for helping me out with this video. Their channel link is going to be in the description. If you guys enjoyed, leave a like, comment, subscribe. It truly does mean a lot to a smaller creator like me. It helps out a ton, and if you guys enjoyed this video, I have a whole bunch of other videos on my channel about anime, so if that's your thing, go check them out. But other than that, have a good one, y'all, alright?